Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a former Boeing 737 pilot, and welcome back in our day of the life of an American Airlines 737 pilot. We have landed in Dallas, and over here a crew change is taking place. The previous inbound crew from Chicago is gonna go to the hotel, and a new crew is taking over the airplane. We are also currently cleaning the aircraft, and some new catering is also arriving as we are operating through a hub here at Dallas Fort Worth. Now, as everyone is preparing the airplane, we can go ahead and get right into it and start with a little safety inspection and making sure that our plane is actually safe for operations over here. So the battery is on, operating on the APU, emergency lights on, attendant call button checked, takeoff config warning is checked, and then we can do the fire tests like that, and the squib test like that. Alright, cargo fire test is looking good, and the voice recorder is on. Flight recorder test is looking good. Clackers 1 and 2 are looking good. Stick shaker 1 and 2 is looking good. I am going to realign the IRS. Quick realignment is going to do the job here. And you stay on, please. Okay, then let's go right down here and start with a bit of work. So we can do a flight plan request as soon as we've got our flight down here in the electronic flight bag. So let's request a new data from SimBrief, and then we can start down here. So we're gonna fly from Dallas to Washington in today's video, to the Washington National Airport, DCA. Well, occasional CBs, and then we are setting course directly to our destination. Let's have a look into the weather forecast. So Dallas is quite okay, and Washington is actually looking pretty good here. So Washington is actually quite fantastic. Then our alternate Washington Dulles is just as good, and Norfolk, just as a backup in case the general Washington area closes, is good as well. Okay, so we got all that stuff, then let's head right up here. We're supposed to leave Dallas at 18:13, so in 19 minutes we are going to arrive in Washington about 18 minutes ahead of schedule. All the weights are looking good, flight level 370 is planned. So, let's have a look into the fuel. Our planned takeoff is 19.8, and then we have a taxi of 400, giving us 20.2. Let's call it 20.5 so that we can run the APU. Now, I am going to go for real-time refueling here. So you give me the ground services menu, please. And then we're gonna call 2500, like that. Request the fuel truck, please. Thank you. And our route uplink has just finished as well. So let's get the ATIS place, KDFW, and request a sent. Alright, now the brakes can be released for now, since we do have the trucks in place, just to help cool them a bit. And then let's just go ahead and do a full realignment of the IRSs. So, both off. Like that. Then let's give them a little while. And then we can switch them both on. On DC lights, looking good. Align lights should come next. And here we go. Okay. So, ATS uplink. But let me quickly do the route first. GPS left, copy and paste. And then let's see about that uplink. So, Dallas information, Juliet, runways, 18 left and 17 right, 180 at 8, visibility 10, couple clouds, 29 degrees, 3010. Alright, that's all looking excellent. Well, down here everything is in, so we are departing off runway 17 right, and our departure is going to be the Is that Trinity 4? Or Triton 4, I guess. Alright, so Triton 4, there it is. And we'll take the loose transition. And then our arrival into DCA is going to be the Arnav Zulu Runway 19er. And we got the Trop 6 arrival. And the Sitar transition. Alright, so routing is completely in there, looking good. Then let's have a look at our SID. So, search, Dallas, departure. Here it is, Triton 4. And you can start the refueling, please. Talking about it, looks like catering is completed. So then we can go ahead and request our boarding, please. Okay, boarding is requested, and then let's go right back into the flight plan. So the runway heading until we intercept 155 inbound to Sparrow. Then we continue to Drago above 5,000 chords, and from there via Tretch, Jax, and Triton, and then on to Lutz. So that's all looking good. Then cost index 35. Fuel 2.2, 2.5, so 4.7. Zero fuel weight 127.0. Okay, flight level 370. We are taking 20.5, and that gives us a trip level of 378. So 370 is looking quite good. Okay, cruise wind is 272 at 15. And the temperature up there, minus 50 degrees. Noise abatement procedure 2. And then we've got 250 below 10,000. Engine out. Simply straight ahead 4,000, huh? And straight ahead means 176. Alright, like this. Perfect. Then let's just get the wind data uplink. And that is requested. Okay, and then we're done down here. Field elevation is 580, so I'm afraid 1580. Nah. Here we go. Alright, we can reset this. Looks good. And this. Looks good. Okay, cool. So, cockpit check. That's coming on. Those are coming on. Here. We'll also test the charge feed. Looking good, looking good. Fueling is still in progress. Looking good. Looking good. So, field elevation in Washington, let's see. As soon as the wind data is in. So, that's 62, so basically 0. Like that. Right anti-igniter, and then flight directors 1 and 2, 5.1 initial climb. Auto brake RTO, reset the fuel flow from the previous flight. So, oil quantity is looking good. Hydraulic quantity is looking good. parking brake stays off for the time being. Then let's just get the frequencies. So clearance is on 128.25. Like that. Monitor 1, 2, and well, let's not transmit there just yet. Alright, that's all looking good. So is this. And then we're done with our setup. So forecast uplink is here as well. Let's load that. And here we go. Alright, cool. So everything's set up. Then let's start with our departure briefing, if you don't mind. So, threats for today's departure. Weather is a possible threat here. There are quite a couple of thunderstorms around the airport. So if that becomes relevant, the wind shear escape maneuver is to disconnect the auto throttle and firewall the thrust levers. Pitch to 15 degrees, thereafter follow the flight directives. Do not change the configuration until we're out of wind shear. Once we're out of wind shear, we are probably going to be rather fast, so reduce the thrust as needed, and then pick up the flap retraction and try not to overspeed the flaps. Now, we are not going to bust the initial altitude for a wind shear escape. In 4,000 feet, we are above the ground. We are definitely going to be safe. So that's basically 5,000 on the altimeter, and we've got not. And yeah, then we're going to go into the normal flight path. Apart from that, nothing on this side. So then let's start over here with our route track. So Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey, Kilo Delta Charlie Alpha, Alpha Alpha Lima 1414. The routing is via the Triton 4 Toulouse, Quebec 34 Sitter, Trop 6 arrival. Ground distance 1054 versus 1063. Okay, fuel remaining 7.4, fuel required is 4.7, so we got around 15 minutes extra. Time UTC 1804, altimeter 3010, reading 590, I'm afraid 1590, flight directors on, minus master, standby set. It's going to be a left seat takeoff, runway 17 right, flaps 5, noise abatement procedure 2, and the engine out straight at 25 miles to pick up the holding at the DFW 01 waypoint over there. Now, for our emergencies, we'll do everything as briefed in the crew room, and our pushback is going to be with a nose either left or right. We are going to see about that, and then we have a fairly easy taxi out, which is going to be probably either onto Kilo or Lima via one of those spots, and then to Echo Fox or Echo Hotel. We can accept anything up there. We don't have Yankee figures, so anything up to Echo Hotel is fine with a full length, and anything further down we are not going to accept, okay? So then we have the Triton 4 departure on off, and that's top altitude off. Let's see, 17 right, 10,000. Might as well pre-select that. Here we go, 10,000 is set and checked. And then the routing straight ahead left turnout, J-Goal above 5,000, MSA 3,600 around the field. Do you have any questions or suggestions on our departure briefing? Nope. Alright, I like it. So, let's get our departure clearance. So that's Dallas, ATIS, Juliet. So, stand is Charlie 11, ATC, KUSA. Okay, and sending that. So this is all looking good, and then let's have a look into the boarding. No, not you, but you. 131 of 156, so we just gotta wait a little bit longer for our announcement. Alright, the fuel pumps should be working. Let's just cycle them off and on. Here we go, now they are working. And the fastball's gonna come on as well. Refueling is completed. Okay, so safety inspection checklist and before start checklist down to the line, please. Services and shocks checked, maintenance status checked, battery on, electric hydraulic pumps on, landing gear lever down, ship's library checked, RS mode selectors, nav, gear pins 1, 2, 3 removed, probe covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removed, light test checked, oxygen test 100%, yaw damper on, nav transfer display switches normal and auto, fuel 20.2 required, 20.5 on board, and 4 pumps on. Cabin utility IV galley power on, emergency exit lights on, fast modes on, window heat on, back on press, pack auto bleeds on set, press mode selector, auto. Instruments, cross check, auto breaker, GO, hydraulics, normal, speed brake, down detent, park and brake. Set, stop from cutout switches normal, wheel fire warning checked, radius, radar and transponder, set standby, rudder and aileron trims 3 and 0, take a briefing discussed, and holding at the PA. So, couple of uplinks, request status, and here's the clearance. Clear to DCA, Triton 4 departure, maintain 10,000, departure 18-1, squawk 5157, expect runway 17 right. Wilco, 17 right. Triton 4, climbing 10,000, and departure 118.1. Alright, and here it is as a reminder, squawk 5157. Okay. So with that, our IFR clearance is checked and confirmed. Boarding complete. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel in the name of American Airlines. Welcome aboard of our Boeing 737-800 on our flight to Washington. Today's flight time will be 2 hours and 35 minutes, expecting mostly smooth ride with maybe some occasional bumps, and then an on-time arrival in Washington. For now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. If there is anything we can do for you to make it more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask any of our charming cabin crew members. Once again, thank you very much for your attention, and once again, welcome aboard. Ground from cockpit. So, hi there. Please confirm that ready to prepare the airplane for pushback and departure. After that, stand by. And the brake is set. Okay, so let's go into our performance, please. So we're planned at 127.0 and we are at 1252, so we're quite a bit lighter. Okay, giving us 145.7, and that is checked. So, Dallas, I'll tell you what, just make sure, Dallas 17 right, import, that's okay, and flaps, takeoff 2, 35 degrees. So, 2 at 35, flaps 5, CG 5.5, and the speeds 41, 42, 46. Alright, and here's 146. Okay, that's all looking fantastic, so let's complete the checklist. PA complete, FMC CDU set, N1 and ES bucks, automatic reduced 22k, speeds 41, 42, 46 set, stop trim 5.5 set, performance rate and balance, sign and send, phones off, EFB, airplane mode still, flight windows and cockpit door are locked, doors closed and passengers seated. Before start checklist complete down to the line. Alright. Ground from cockpit. Please confirm that all doors and hatches are closed, ground equipment is removed, and the bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed. Roger that. Okay, we're done with delivery, so... what's the ground frequency again? Okay, lots of ramps, ground, and we're in the east, 12165. Dallas ground, good afternoon, American 1414, request pushback and startup.
American 1414, pushback and start approved, tail west.
Pushback and start approved, tail west, American 1414. Okay, before start checklist below the line. Air compacts auto, anti-collision light on, parking brake set, transponder alt off, before start checklist complete. Ground from cockpit. Pushback and start approved, with a tail to the west, and the parking brake is set. Roger, tail west, release brakes. So we're gonna make it facing southeast, please, huh? Alright, release parking brake. Parking brake released. Starting pushback, standby for engine start. Okay, I guess it's gonna be to release point 11 or something the likes. So we'll just wait and see. The moment they start turning us onto the taxiway, we can initiate the engine start. You've also seen that it went non-standard and left the air conditioning packs on. That's because it's 29 degrees outside and I really don't want to fry my passengers. Oh, it's about the truck release point. I guess it is, huh?
American 3218 ready.
Okay, pushback complete, set parking brakes.
American 3218, runway 18 left.
Parking brake released, and play starting engine 2. Clear 2. So, air compacts off, and that's the before start checklist complete. Engine 2 start.
American 2131 ready to taxi.
And 2.
American 2131, runway 17 right taxi via spot.
Oil pressure, and 1.
Lima Echo Foxtrot. Runway 17 right taxi via spot 42, Kilo Yankee Lima Echo Foxtrot, American 2131. STRIX 5108, ready for push. Roger, pushback approved. Blue STRIX 5108.
Start a cutout. Isolated pack, starting 1.
29er, give way to the Envoy Embraer 170 on your left. Giving way to the Envoy Embraer 170, American 2129.
So, engine 1 start. There's a tuck, there's a tow bar. And 2. Oil pressure, and 1. Alright, that's the ramp agent, and she's got the pin.
Envoy 4230 ready for push. Envoy 4230, pushback approved. Roger, pushback approved. Envoy 4230. 2865 ready for push.
Start a cutout, monitor 1, number 1 stable. Flight control track. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudders, full left, full right, and neutral. B4 taxi checklist. Generators on, APU off, start switches continuous, propede on, anti-ice off, air conditioning, PAX auto, bleeds on, isolation valve, auto, flaps 5 required, selected, and the green light. Stop trim 5.5 required set, start lever idly 10, flight controls check, recall check, B4 taxi checklist complete. Okay, the FMS just set unable next altitude. That must be the 5,000 restriction, let's see.
Runway 17 right taxi via spot 49er, Kilo Yankee Lima Echo Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Ground American 2766 taxi to the gate.
Let's just enter 220 over there, then it's gonna be no problem. Okay.
Echo Yankee, hold short of runway 18 left, American 2766.
American 1414, request taxi.
Envoy 4230 ready to taxi. Envoy 4230, runway.
And of course the Envoy gets taxi first.
Whiskey Foxtrot. American 1414, runway 17 right, taxi via spot 27, kilo 7, Lima, Echo Foxtrot.
American 1414, taxi runway 17 right via spot 27, kilo 7, Lima, Echo Foxtrot. Okay, spot 27 straight out, Echo Kilo, Lima, and Echo Foxtrot. Alright, taxi routing is understood. Clear on the right side. Clear on the left side. Config.
Kilo Yankee Lima Echo Foxtrot.
Runway 17 right, taxi via spot 32, Kilo Yankee Lima Echo Foxtrot, American 2865.
Envoy 3422 boarding complete. Request pushback.
Okay, spot 27.
Roger. Pushback approved. Envoy 3422.
Envoy 4125, boarding complete, request pushback.
Envoy 4125, pushback approved.
Roger, pushback approved.
Here, huh?
Envoy 4125.
Yep, there it is. Spot 27. Okay, the right side's clear.
Frontier Flight 1476, boarding complete, request pushback.
One departure ahead of us, not too bad, and I see a lot of lightning there already.
Roger, pushback approved. Frontier Flight 1476.
Ready to taxi.
Okay.
American 2740, runway 18 left, taxi via spot 125, Golf Whiskey Foxtrot.
So, before takeoff checklist to the line. Config. Check. Flaps 5 green light. Stop trim 5.5 set. Takeoff briefing. Left seat takeoff 17 right. Flaps 5 north abatement procedure 2. Speed limited to 220 until we have 5,000, and then we can accelerate. Our departure is going to be with the PAX auto bleeds on, anti-ice off, and we are using takeoff speeds of 141, 141, 146. Those are calculated on a dry runway. Now, I do see quite a bit of downpour over there. However, the winds should keep the better weather from the other side incoming. Now, I have nothing special or non-standard, and the engine out straight at 25 miles, climbing 4,000 with an MSA of 3,600 feet. Do you have any questions on our departure briefing?
Ready to taxi.
No? Alright, so that's our briefing complete. Then we're holding at the cabin, which is secured before takeoff checklist complete. And we can turn the wheel well lights off because we do not need those any longer. Alright, so we're approaching Echo Foxtrot, which is right at the runway end.
Cleared push and start Envoy 4059.
Envoy 3422, ready to taxi. Envoy 3422, runway 18 left, taxi via spot 111 Golf.
He's going pretty slow on that pad here.
Runway 18 left, taxi via spot 111.
Okay, so Kilo continues to the right, but then turns into Yankee. We do not want to go on Yankee, but we keep going on Kilo. We're probably not following him. Nope. He's going on Yankee.
Kilo Yankee, Papa Romeo, Romeo 1 Frontier Flight 1476.
Alright, that means we may be able to overtake him. Let's see, he might just go straight for intersection Yankee. Nope, he doesn't. Okay, so we are cleared via Kilo into Echo Foxtrot.
Give way to the company Embraer 171 left. Give way to the company Embraer 170, Envoy 3422.
American 3002, request push and start.
Next, 3002,
Push and start approved, American 3002. Envoy 4059 are ready to taxi.
Alright, if he handed us over to the tower now, we might be able to secure ourselves a place in the spot in the line, but
Runway 18 left,
if we're behind the colleagues, that's no problem as well.
Envoy 4059er.
Blue Streak 5624, ready for pushback.
So we continue to Echo Foxtrot. That's the next on the right.
1414, contact tower on 127.5, safe flight.
127.5, American 1414. See ya. DFW Tower, American 1414, ready for departure. So where's the company? There. Yeah, we are clearly in front. See, he's giving way to us. Tower, good afternoon, American 1414, ready for departure.
Approaching 1, 7, right.
Dallas Tower, runway 17 right, winds 180 at 8, RNAV Spira, clear for takeoff.
Honor Spira, 1 some right, clear for takeoff, American 1414. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Before takeoff checklist below the line, MCP. Set, transponder, Tara, strobe lights on, landing lights on. Before takeoff checklist complete. So, are you ready? Think you are.
3218, good day.
7, right.
Take off. Stabilized. Set takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust set, indications normal. Checked. Gear up. Enough, enough. Over to departure, American 1440. Ooh. A nice bit of turbulence there. So, flaps 1. Speed check, flaps 1. Blown star departure, American 1414, passing 2100, climbing 10,000. Flaps up. Speed check, flaps up.
American 1414, low star departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000 direct Spira.
Climb maintain 10,000, direct Spira, American 1414. Okay, I think we should have no problems passing Drago at 5,000 now, but let's just keep going until we're there. In the meantime, flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist, air cabin press, 2.0, climbing and set. Altimeters, 3010, passing 5,000. Now. Okay then, speed and event 250.
29, contact Fort Worth Center on 126.725.
126.725, American 2129, thanks for the help.
Departure, American 2651, 2000 for 4000.
American 2651, Lone Star departure, climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000, American 2651.
Alright, that's just some enjoyable hand flying here.
Departure, American 2131, 2000 for 4,000.
So, JGOL 5000, at the end of the day, it was no problem at all. I think we could have made it if we accelerated to 250 straight away, but if that's how they want us to fly it, then
American 1414, climb and maintain 11,000.
I'll maintain 11,000, American 1414. Set, 11,000 checked. Okay, traffic above. Interesting, those 11,000 do not keep us clear of that traffic. But then again, he is moving to the right, so probably no problem. 2,000 to go. Yeah, vertical speeds. And then we can just accelerate up here.
American 1414, contact Fort Worth Center on 126.725.
126.725, American 1414, bye-bye. Fort Worth Center, American 1414, passing 10,000, climbing 11,000.
American 1414, Fort Worth Center. Good afternoon. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
And maintain flight level 190, American 1414.
United 691, traffic to
Set.
clock 15 miles.
190 checked,
Crossing
VNAV.
left to right at flight level 270.
So, how's the weather radar looking? Yeah. The weather radar looks like heading 090.
American 2719, good afternoon, sir.
American 1414, request heading 090 to avoid weather.
American 2571 with you at flight level 340. American 2571, Fort Worth Center, good afternoon.
Alright.
American 1414,
Command A.
090 to avoid weather.
Heading 090 approved, American 1414. Heading select. Then you're gonna go onto weather as well. I'll take the larger view, you take the smaller view. And I'm gonna take another 5 degrees here.
1121 with you, out of flight level 330 climbing.
Alright, so,
good afternoon.
past 10,000, fuel balance, 6 pumps, lights on. APU off, vacuum and press, 4.3 climbing set, fasten notes remain on, recall track, 21.5 monitoring, 10 checks complete. Okay, so that heading actually seems quite okay.
373, climbing 16,000 for flight level 200.
We're flying upwind from the weather, and looking out to the left, that seems to be low-level stuff. Okay. What's the first waypoint behind it? Triton. Okay.
American 3218, Fort Worth Center, roger.
American 1414, request to proceed direct Triton. Because we can visually...
1414, clear direct Triton.
Clear direct Triton, American 1414. Okay, so Triton looks good. Execute. Enough available. Enough. Alright, I think for now that's all I got for you guys. So just a quick check down here. 383 is the optimum, so 370 looks like a good level. Arriving at 6.9 at 2050, and the schedule is at some point 2115 or so. So that's all looking good. So cruise level is looking good. Arrival time is looking good. Fuel is looking good. What else could you wish for? Guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And then I'm looking forward to see you all on the approach into Washington. Potomac approach, American 1414, passing 16.2, descending on the troops 6 arrival.
American 1414, Norfolk approach. Good afternoon, Reagan, altimeter 299er2. Expect the Mount Vernon Visual Z, runway 1 approach into Reagan. Advise you have information kilo.
Expect the mountain approach runway 01 into Reagan, and we have information kilo altimeter 29992, American 1414. Okay, so that's something new. Let's have a look here. Runway 1, Mount Vernon visual.
American 1414, I've got a shortcut for you. Turn right heading 110, vectors for the Mount Vernon visual runway 1 approach.
Right heading 110, American 1414. Heading select. Okay, we were clear to descend with the arrival, so now that we're on a vector, he should give us an altitude. Well, let's see about that. Sure he's gonna get us that momentarily.
American 1414, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, American 1414. Set, 5,000 checked. Okay, fasten seatbelts are coming on, and then let's take a second here to have a look at the arrival. So, we are going to come in via the Mount Vernon visual approach. So, Katrin, 2,500, recommended 3,000. Then we got Baden, recommended 1,600, and from there we'll fly onto the Potomac River, cross Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and then onto the final approach here. So it's basically just a bit left of the center line, and then onto the final again. What we're going to do here, we got the on-off approach in the FMS, and we have the ILS frequency for runway 01 active, so we can use the... let's just go level change here, so that we can use the glide slope as a backup while we fly the approach. In the meantime, HUD display is gonna go on automatic once again, and yeah, for the missed approach then, that's there's no published missed approach procedure. So we are gonna discuss that with ATC. Then we can cancel the minimums here, because, well, it's a visual approach, and that's pretty much it. Now, on the FMS, let's just put Katrin on top, which is a pity, because that means...
14, expedite your descent to 5,000.
Expedite the descent to American 1414. Which is a pity, because we lose all those lovely waypoint names. Now, let me just quickly show you what I mean with that. If we look into our arrival, into the Troop 6, just have a look at those. USA, we do support our troops. Let's roll Victory Hero. I mean, it doesn't get much more American, does it? Now, the other side is good as well. USA, we do support our troops. Freedom stand together. I mean... that is creative, isn't it? I like those ideas. I do like them a lot. I mean, there is no doubt that the USA is, you know, pretty supportive of their military, let's just call it that way. But the way they do this with their rivals and stuff is just... I mean, you gotta fly to Washington on September 11th when they use the Freedom Arrivals, which they really only do use on that one day, and it's quite impressive to see. It's really quite impressive to see. Okay, now we've basically got all that stuff, so let's take a moment to talk about our briefing, but let's do the 10 checks first. So fuel is balanced with 4 pumps on, the lights are on, angular bank 25, air cannon press, 3.4 descending set, fast modes on, recall tracked, 1 to 1.5 is still on the monitor, and then let's just give them cabin crew 10 minutes to landing, and that's the 10 checks complete. Okay, nice. So we've got all that, so let's take a moment to talk about the approach briefing. Threats for the arrival. It's our first time flying the Mount Vernon visual here. We haven't done that one before, and I think I've actually never done that one before, but it's actually fairly easy. As soon as we got the Potomac River in sight, which is right up there in front of us, from there, it's basically just standard stuff. Yeah, so for our FMS, we have 250 below 100 anyway. Forecast page is in there. Fixed range from 01, 10 miles, 4 miles. Even though I could yeah, no, I'm gonna leave them in, because why not? Okay, fuel on arrival 6.7, the minimum is 4.7, so we got around all that 20 minutes extra fuel. We're burning 300, and that leads us to a landing weight of basically 132. So flaps 40 and auto brakes 3 for that one. And yeah, that's basically it. Alright, that was enough expediting. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now, for the approach, standard stuff over the Hudson, glide slope as backup to get us in, and that's it. Now, for the landing, we got a fairly short runway here, and that runway has a length of 2,185 meters. I will use flaps 40, auto brakes 3 for that one, and then we're going to vacate the runway to the left-hand side. We might have to cross another runway on the way in, and then we're gonna park somewhere here. They didn't send us any parking information yet, so we'll just have to see what they're gonna come up with. Well, that's it. Do you have any questions or suggestions on our briefing? No? Okay, fantastic. So then that's our briefing completed. Descent checklist, pressurization, land out 0, anti-ice off, approach brief fuel discussed.
14, speed 200 knots.
Speed 200, American 1414. Okay, yes, null box checked and set, and approach rates checked and set. No, yes, null box checked and set, descent checklist complete. That way around. Okay, then let's do the approach briefing. Sorry, the frisk. And for that we have no frequencies, fixed rings, runway 01, 10 miles, 4 miles, idents for the ILS approach, India Delta Charlie Alpha, and that is correct. On 109.9, step instrument set, course is 007, approach checklist complete. Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments, cross-checked, approach rates checked and set, approach checklist completed. So you can have the terrain over there. Weather is no factor, everything's clear. So I'm gonna go onto terrain as well. 1,000 to go.
American 1414, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, American 1414. Okay, set. 3,000 checked. So 8 miles to Katrin. We are slow already, so no problem with that any longer. And I think that's pretty much what we can do for now.
American 1414, turn left heading 050.
Left heading 050, American 1414. Okay, heading 050. That's basically leading us directly to the final now.
Speed 195 knots.
Speed 195, American 1414. Flaps 1. Speed checked. Alright, slightly above the glide slope. Flaps 5. Speed checked. Flaps 5. Just recalculating that path again. But okay, it's looking good.
American 1414, maintain present heading. Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Advise when you have the river in sight.
Present heading, descent 2,500, American 1440. American 1414, the river is in sight. Straight on our left here.
American 1414, cleared for the Mount Vernon visual runway 1 approach.
Hit Mount Vernon visual runway 1, American 1414. Alright, so capture is recommended in 3000, and we are going to be slightly below that, but that's okay. Then I'm going to start reducing our speed here, in order to make this a nice continuous descent approach. And then, well, you're all visual, so let's take over. Recycle flight directors. Okay, set runway track. 007 is set and checked.
American 1414, contact Reagan Tower on 119.1.
119.1, American 1414. Reagan Tower, American 1414, established Mount Vernon visual runway 01.
2500.
Checked. Okay, so we basically proceed to Baden, which is right over here, and from there we're turning left onto the river, and then basically stay in the middle of the river. So go around altitude 3000 set. Reagan Tower, American 1414. You didn't answer last time. Alright, let's start braking to the left. Reagan Tower, American 1414, visual approach 01. Alright, gear down, flaps 15.
American 1414, Reagan Tower, roger, continue visual approach runway 1. American 1414, after the departing Brickyard and Embraer 175, runway 1, wind 300 at 8, cleared to land.
Runway 1, clear to land, American 1414. Alright, now let's get into the middle of that thing here. Yeah, they're coming, don't complain. So, flap 25. Stabilized approach gate is 500 feet. And flaps 40. Landing checklist. Ooh, that's what I call turbulence. So landing checklist, start switches, continuous, recall, checked, speed brake on green light, landing gear, down 3 green, auto brake 3 set, flaps 40, 40 green light, landing lights on, landing checklist complete, cruise seated, and we're clear to land. Man, it's bumpy.
500.
So we put the 3-degree line onto the aiming point. And that is looking good.
$100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up, thrust goes normal. 100 knots. 80 knots. Manual brakes. Nah, too fast. We tried, but it didn't make sense to take the exit. American 1414, request to cross runway 33.
American 1414, exit at Sierra if able. Contact ground on 121.7.
121.7, American 1414.
American 1414, runway 33, cross approved.
Crossing 33 approved, and 117, American 1414. Okay, the right side is clear, and the left side is clear. Ground below, American 1414, request taxi to the gate. So, start APU. Don't know how long the taxiing is gonna be.
American 1414, taxi to Terminal 2, Gate D45 via Kilo, hold short of runway 15.
Delta 45 Kilo, American 1414, and holding short of the runway. So, that's a left-hand turn here.
14, cross runway 15, then continue taxi via Kilo 1 November.
Kilo 1 November to the gate, American 1414. Okay, so that over here is 57. So we are here.
Continue Kilo 1
Continue.
November to Terminal 2, Gate D45.
Kilo 1 in November, Delta 45, American 1414. Okay, so it's up there, next to that A321. Okay, so GSX, Delta is not on here. Are you kidding us? Okay, well then let's take 44. Alright. So 44 is where that Republic Airways is on, I think. Well, why don't we just go in here? That might be even easier, huh? I mean, if there is AI traffic on our gate, what can we do? So yeah, then we're just gonna take 41. So lights off. And the APU is on the bus. I think that's a static airplane on our gate 45, so this one's good as well. Alright, and stopping here. So that is 2 blue, 1 red, engines dead. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Okay, here we are. Well then, you guys can start with your stuff. So request deboarding, please. And then we can do our stuff. So that's all set. You come on, you come on, you go on. So both engines are below 20%. Okay, transit shutdown checklist, please. So, electrical on APU, fast modes off, repeat auto, anti-ice off, voice recorder on, air compacts auto, engine bleed on, APU bleed on, exterior lights steady, and wheel well, start switches off, water brake off, speed brake down to 10, flaps up no light, parking brake set, start levers cut off, weather radar off, transponder 2000 standby, CB/RCB in, cockpit door unlocked, and transit shutdown checklist complete. Alright, and with that, welcome to Washington. So, a little recap of our approach, because I thought that was a pretty interesting scenario there. We really ended up with our approach being a little turbulent. Now, the vertical speed indicator just responds a little quick in the sim. Like I said on the approach, if you do 100% MSFS stuff, then you're probably not going to land off a single approach. So that's why we, you know, have to be a little flexible there in the simulator. Real world's obviously a different thing, but we're in a simulator here, so that's a different thing. In any case, we landed just fine. I tried to get that first exit, because then we would have vacated the runway over here and we would have been right at the gate. Unfortunately, didn't quite make it, and I didn't want to force it. So, you know, just went off the brakes, let it roll, and then took the next exit. It's a little annoying, especially if the next aircraft is right behind you, but sometimes you just can't change that kind of stuff. Apart from that, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed the flight over here. Leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video, and then I'm really looking forward to see you again for our fourth leg from Washington back to Chicago. Thank you very much for watching. As always, like, comment and subscribe, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.